like the group is progressing on both sides of the ball?
I think we've still got a long ways to go. I think offensively, I think we've looked pretty good at times. We've made a lot of plays. I think throughout the spring practice, um, offensive line. I think overall has looked pretty solid. Running back room is pretty good. You're pretty deep there. We've kind of held out Corey a lot. I mean, just because we know what he can do. Really getting a good look at the other guys. Wide receiver, the guys that feel like they've been making plays. Made some more today. And the tight end group is pretty deep. So I like that side of the ball. Defensively, I mean, we're still a work in progress. We're still learning the new scheme. We're still learning. Got a lot of new faces there, so a lot of guys in some new spots. So we're still putting some of that stuff together. And we haven't installed much on defense. We're trying to keep it simple so the guys can play. So, but yeah, we're still learning. I mean, but I love the effort. I love the chemistry that we have on the team. Everybody's trying to help each other. That part of it's really, really good. But we still got a lot of work to do.
How exciting is it for a coach to see a young guy like Cale Woodburn?
Yeah,
kind of flash the way
yeah,
that he has.
He's made plays every practice. I mean, he's not the biggest guy out here by any means, or maybe the smallest. But he's making plays. I feel like you look up and there he goes making another play. I mean, one thing he can do is run. He's got the speed, and I think we knew that. That's what we recruited. So, but he's catching the ball good. That's what you like to see, and he's tracking the ball pretty good on deep passes, and he's becoming a guy where the quarterbacks feel like, man, there's a guy we can throw the ball deep and he'll go make the play for you. So I like what Kale's doing. He's been a guy that's kind of one of these freshmen that's kind of really showed up. The first half of spring practice.
Brady Drogosh, linebacker today. Take us through his decision to make that.
Yeah, well, I mean, number one, we all love Brady. I mean, Drogosh, he's a phenomenal human being, but a great player. And we looked at it. Hey, first half of spring, play all quarterback, which he did. Got a ton of reps at quarterback. Did a very solid job. And our whole emphasis is we got to find somewhere to put Drogosh on the field. I don't want him standing beside me on game day. So whatever we can do to make that happen. So he's such a great athlete. Say, listen, let's slide over on that side. Let's see you run around, play some defense, and we recognize it's going to take a little bit of time over there to be able to figure out exactly can he help us at that spot. He also is working with our special teams. He's doing all that. So he's a tremendous asset for this team. So we're trying to find somewhere to put him and where he can help and play at this team. It's not out of the realm that he can play quarterback. I mean, I think he can play a lot of positions. So we're just checking this out right now.
Did he play any in high school?
No, he's a quarterback. He's a quarterback in high school that could run and throw. But he is big and could run. And I think since he's been here, he's probably put on, I don't know, at least 30 pounds, of muscle. He's one of our faster players. He's one of our best leaders on the team. And I think when you have a guy like that, you want him to be able to step out on the field and help you.
Did you mention another quarterback that had success when changing?
Yeah, there's been many examples, and we've certainly used all those. And there's been a lot of examples in my 26 years of coaching. I think a lot of our other coaches have had great examples, and so I think ultimately we're just trying to find the best spot for him to be able to make plays and as an individual, but also to be able to help the Bearcats. I think obviously that's what we want.
You talked about not installing much on defense, but it looks like they've been flying around, playing aggressive. How much of that is promising, knowing that when you install that defense, it's going to be a step up from what it was?
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing about it is trying to find so many guys or new guys at spots to play in this new defense. I mean, that's been the trying thing. I think the effort's been there. They've been flying around. That's been good to see. I mean, the secondary's made some really good plays this spring. I think Jay Wise had a really good spring out at corner. And then a lot of new safety bodies out there. A lot of the transfers and the high school players. So that part's been good. I mean, I like what we've seen the two freshman corners. I think they've made some plays throughout the 8 days of spring ball. I think once we feel comfortable about the base stuff, and we'll be able to add some more things into it, we should be good. I love the scheme. I think it's a difficult scheme to go against. And I think once we start getting the really ins and outs of it, our kids will be able to play even better and faster, I think, once that happens.
We talked to Coach Coleman. He talked about how he's 62 and still learning things. Coach Fuqua talked about how he's still learning. When you're a coach and you are confronted with something that you have to kind of change what you're doing, what's the most important thing that you have to focus on in order to do it efficiently?
Well, I think, in anything, in this game particularly, you have to adapt and change. You have to, if you don't, you're going to get people are going to pass you, teams are going to pass you. So you got to be ever evolving, and you have to be open-minded to that. I think sometimes, you want to get stuck. Well, we've always done it this way. Well, that doesn't work. I mean, you have to continue to evolve, change, adapt, try some things that maybe we don't know if it'll work, but we try them, and you see if it does, great. If it doesn't, okay, we're throwing that out. I mean, so I think you constantly have to do that. We also want to think outside the box as coaches. I mean, we got to think, okay, well, what if we do this? This may really help us, so if you don't do that, and if you're not adapting to that, then you're going to get passed by. Particularly in this new era of college football, and how there's so much change, and you have so many turnovers, on teams. I mean, teams are flipping the rosters after every 2 years, really, basically. So you better be adaptive, and you better be able to have those changes.
How do you feel about the depth of your strongest position group, that offensive line? Do you feel like that's showcased this spring with some guys getting some extra time that they might not normally get?
Yeah, we've had a couple of guys get dinged up that has missed time up front. So really, that just opens up for some of the other guys to come in. I think Harder's been a guy I think it's kind of his time now. I think he'll end up helping us this fall. He probably has less than 20 snaps in his career, but he'll be a guy that'll be able to get on the field this year. Wheelaw, who just got here in January. I mean, he's a true freshman. I think, man, usually you don't see true freshmen being able to come in. He's made some great blocks up front. He'll continue to get better. I'm excited about the two guys that are coming in the summer. So I feel good about our depth, particularly when we get everybody healthy. You're going to have 8 to 9 guys that'll be able to play. Man, that is certainly valuable. And or you can rotate, keep guys fresh. And then also if you do get some injuries, you feel good about it, up front with those big guys.
Kieran Smith has made some plays also, just offensively and defensively. Is this team measurably faster than last year?
Yeah, we're faster. We are faster for sure, and we have measured it. We wear the catapult system, and last year we had 22 guys that were over 20 miles an hour that hit it at some point, and we're over 40 guys that have hit it now. So that is a great sign to say overall team speed's better. That should translate down to special teams, and really obviously help both sides of the ball with that as well.
Any other questions for Coach?
Thanks, guys.